Now let's talk about changing the strings on the steel string acoustic guitar. On this guitar, I'm going to change the string on the 2nd string and on the 6th string and give you some tips on how to do that. Now again, like the nylon string, when I change these strings, I try to change the strings one at a time. So I'm going to take off the 1st string, put on a new 1st string, take off the 2nd, put on a new 2nd, and so forth. So let's change the 2nd string on this guitar. Now the first thing I want to do, I've gone down and bought a new set of strings, and you'll notice when I buy the strings, there's going to be a washer on one end. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. And that's important to remember. That is going to go down where the bridge pin is. Now I take the string, loosen the string up. I might pick it there, so I make sure I'm turning it in the right direction. Okay, so I loosen the string up, get it nice and loose. Then after the string is loose, then I probably take a pair of pliers and pull it off of the headstock down here, or off of the post, excuse me. So I take the string, and you might want to use some pliers down here, because sometimes if you try to take that string off with just your fingers, that string can flip out of there and it can poke you just a little bit. So you take this string off. Sometimes it might be not cooperating too much. So you take the string off, take it around like so, pull it through the post, and loosen up that string. Now you take the string down here and then take the bridge pin out. Now this bridge pin, you might have a little bit of a challenge getting it out, so you might have to grab onto it with some pliers. Sometimes it might not come out with just your fingers. This Planet Wave string winder is kind of nice because it has a little attachment or a little area there on the handle where I can put it over the bridge pin and pull the bridge pin out. Then that enables me to get the bridge pin out. So I take that bridge pin out, I can pull it out like so, loosen it up, pull out the bridge pin. Notice that the bridge pin has a slot cut in one side of it. That's important to remember because that slot has to go forward facing the sound hole when you put the bridge pin back in. So you take the bridge pin out, take the string out. You'll notice that there's that washer I was talking about earlier on the end of the string. That washer on the new string is going to go back in here in the sound hole. Now I take the new string, unwrap it like this. Then you're going to take the washer, put the washer in the hole. Now it's important that you know that that hole goes all the way through the top of the guitar. When you put the bridge pin back in with the groove facing forward, hold it down tightly with your finger and then pull the string up snug so that washer hits the bottom of the bridge pin. Okay? Hold it tightly there. And it's important when you put the strings on that you put the right string in the right place. The company or the brand of string will have some way of identifying the strings so that you'll know where the 1st string and the 2nd and the 3rd string, which string is which. Make sure you put the right one in. Okay, so I've got the 2nd string in. Now I'm going to take it down and fasten it on the post. So I bring the string down, 2nd string post right there. I push the string through the hole, pull it through. Now, I've got the string through the post. I like the hole in the post to go this direction when I'm putting it on. Now, I take up some of the slack, but I leave a certain amount in the middle. And the amount of string that I want there is maybe about 4 inches or so, about 4 inches of slack there. Okay, so about this much. That's going to give me about 2 to 3 wraps around the post. Well, maybe more than that, 3 to 4 wraps around the post. Now I go back to the post, and I'm going to bend the string on this side of the post and give it a bend on the other side of the post like this. Now the next step is I'm going to bring the string around the post this way, and I'm going to take it underneath the other string like this. Underneath the string there. Now I'm going to pull the string, take it over there, pull the string like this. Now I'm going to take that string and I'm going to wrap it around the other string like that. Now that means that as I wrap the post and the post wraps this way, the outer part of the string right here is going to hold the inner part of the string against the post. So the tighter that I turn it, the more it will hold itself against the post. So as I wrap, I've got that bend in there like so. And as I wrap the string around this way, you can see that that's going to hold on the post. Now again, I try to get it so that it's wrapping from the hole towards the head of the guitar. Now that I've got that tie done down on the post, now I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure on the string. I'm going to take my string winder and I'm going to tighten up that string. Now you notice that I'm turning it this way so that it's rotating that way. Take up the slack on the string. And again, it's from the hole towards the head of the guitar. Now I can feel that pulling up. Now, as I'm tightening it up, I want to keep checking the bridge pin and make sure that the bridge pin is in tight because you don't want that bridge pin to be popping out. Make sure that it's in the right groove. Make sure the bridge pin is there. Take up the slack, get it fairly close to. Now, as I bring it up, again, I check the bridge pin, make sure that it's in tight. Some people will even hold that in as they're turning. Make sure that the bridge pin stays in. Get it up to pitch or pretty close to pitch. Take your wire cutters and snip that off right at the top of the post, like so. And you've got your new second string on. Now you're going to take some of the stretch out of this string. You can do it a similar way to what you did on the nylon string. Give it a pull this way, pull the string sideways. You might push it down and pull it up and down, but bend the string like so. Take some stretch out of it, check the pitch. That didn't stretch too much, so you keep the pitch there. Okay, I'm ready to go to another string. The next string we're going to do now is the sixth string. Now repeat the process. It's pretty much the same on the sixth string that it is on strings 1 and 2. So I loosen the string up, take all the slack out of there, and I make sure that when I'm loosening the strings that the gears turn this way, that way, on strings 4, 5, and 6, and when I'm loosening up the string on 1, 2, and 3, that they rotate that way, opposite direction to tighten them. So I've got the string here, it's all loose. To pull it off of the headstock, I might want to pull it off of the gear, the post, take it out like so. Now I want to take the bridge pin out the same way that I did on the second string. On the sixth string, I pull the bridge pin out. If I can't pull it out with my fingers, I use either the pliers or the thing that's here on my, the attachment on the string winder here. Pull that up, take that bridge pin out, pull the string out, take my sixth string out, unwrap it, put the washer in the hole, put the bridge pin in so the groove is facing forward, pull the string up snug so the washer hits on the bottom. Bring the string down, give myself about 3, 4 inches clearance, take it through the post. Now on strings 3, 4, 5, and 6, because they're wrapped strings, I don't have to put that little bend in the string that I did before when I was showing you on the second string. So I take the string down through the post, line the hole in the post up so that it's going straight across, make sure I've still got my slack there, put a bend on both sides of the post like this. Then start wrapping the string again so that it wraps from the hole towards the head of the guitar. Take my string winder, take up some of the slack so that I get 2 or 3 wraps around the post like this. Take up the slack. Again, I'm checking my bridge pin to make sure that the bridge pin stayed in while I'm bringing the pitch up. Check the bridge pin, bring the pitch up, get it fairly close to being in tune, bend the string straight up, take the wire cutters and snip the string off pretty close to the top of the post. Now you have a new sixth string on. Repeat that same process for each one of the strings and you have a new set of strings. Now you can also take the stretch out of that sixth string and all the others the same way we were talking about doing it on the first string. Pull it a little bit sideways, pull it up and down, bend it some like this, check the pitch, get it up to pitch, check your tuning, take some more bend out, let them sit for a while, play it some, and then take the stretch out of the strings and you've got a fresh new set of strings.